we're calling from Molina Healthcare. This is Ms. LaBrisha Green.
Yes.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I don't know. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually following up because we received your complaint. And we just wanted to gather more information. I know that you were saying that, you have issues with medication and denied transportation and then issues with your provider. Do you recall that?
I recall saying more than that. I remember reading off a script 3 times to the person because I used ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay, no problem. Well,
so
can we start with your PCP? Are you having issues with a PCP?
Yes, I don't have a PCP. I've asked MyChoice to help me find a provider outside of the providers that I had before because they refuse to coordinate care, and that's part of Medicaid and Medicare's rules to long-term care that I'm in, and they refuse to coordinate it, and then MyChoice refused to coordinate with the doctors as well. So I need a doctor that is going to take initiative to coordinate the care because it's getting dangerous. I've already had several doctors' letters written to MyChoice about how dangerous it is for me to be driving and they're restricting my rides, for me to be at home by myself, for me to do stuff by myself. Now I'm paying out of pocket for people to come in and clean.
Okay. So, and then you said the providers you had in the past, they were not able to do coordination of care.
They refused to coordinate the care. One of them, Eleanor Meisner, did try to coordinate care, but that was before MyChoice. That was with iCare, and because you guys are like the same type of companies, they don't. It's not their they don't know the rules to what they are supposed to do. But she tried. But besides her, Group Health and the other places, they would not coordinate care before in the past, and any place that I feel like is going to harm my health, I'm not going to deal with. And I just left UW because he was refusing to coordinate care, and then I had to call the police on him. So so I talked to somebody recently who told me that I could go to Wildwood, that was in network, and then once we got on the phone, they told us that they would not take me as a new patient. They were taking new patients, but they would not take me as a new patient because they weren't accepting the in-network insurance. Okay. So if we could,
I want to make sure I'm getting.
So if I had a primary care outside of UW, Group Health, and Dean, and associates of UW, then I would have one. But because I can't, those are a conflict of interest, especially since I've threatened to sue them, or like UW, I have actually filed lawsuits against them. So I don't want to deal with any one of those places that are not going to coordinate care.
Okay. So the first thing is, so you're needing a PCP that's willing to do the coordination of care. So we need, first you're looking for a PCP, correct?
I've been looking for a PCP. I requested that of my team months ago. So I'm not looking for them because you guys dictate what I am approved for and what I'm not approved for. So I need the in-network list of PCPs that are outside of those places.
Okay.
So without, I can't, that are outside of those places. So once I have that, then I can start doing that. But that's also something that I needed help with, and that's why Caitlin Cumberland, whatever her name is, said that she was going to help me with that. It never did, and that was months ago.
Okay.
But that was not the first thing. That wasn't the first thing. That was like one of the things.
Well, hold on, before we go, because I want to make sure I'm documenting everything. So we will get you a list, but outside of prenatal providers you do not want, I just want to make sure I got their information so I can pull up their address and phone numbers.
If you need to document stuff, then I'm supposed to have everything in writing. It's in my medical file. So because of communication issues, everything is supposed to be sent to me in writing for me to respond. So every time you're asking me a question, that's supposed to be in writing so that it's answered correctly, so that we don't have to do this again. Because I know this is the second time that I've called Medicaid and Medicare and complained, and they're not understanding what I'm saying. And then they send it to you guys, and then you guys, I don't know where the loss of communication is at, but I have a care plan that I did not sign, and I keep asking for my file and stuff like that, which, like, if you could just send me the questions in email, then I can use chat to help me answer it.
What's the email for you?
Brescia23@gmail.com.
Okay, I'll send it over. If they're able to do this in writing, because we got this complaint from the state, so we're trying to ensure that we can do a thorough investigation. With what you're telling us. So
and that would be really good to do a thorough investigation, because I know that there's people from corporate, like Maria and other people, have gotten documentation proof of neglect who have refused to respond to emails.
Okay. I will bring this up to management. If we need anything else, we will give you a call back. I'll just have to write it by her and see if we're able to send this so we can start the investigation. So I know it's a little different when we get a complaint through the state. So we'll make outreach to you, and then I'll keep you updated on the outcome.
So you're saying you're not going to follow my speech therapist's accommodations to send it in writing? You're going to do the investigation without it?
No, I did not say that. I said I'm going to bring this to management because we're not able to get the outcome via phone. I got your email, and I'm going to let the management know so we can proceed forward, and they'll let me know exactly what we need to do. Once we get that, we will give you a call back and let you know.
Okay, so if you can't do it that way, you could always send me the questions and then call me, and I can answer it on the phone.
Okay, so you want the questions via email and then call you back?
No, that's not what I want. I'm trying to accommodate you now. If you're saying that you got to talk to management,
okay.
I'm saying if you don't want to,
like I said, let me ask her first. I mean, it could be an alternative. Let me ask her first, because this is new. We have never done this. Usually when we get complaints through the state, we have to thoroughly investigate once we get a verbal phone call from you. Everything will be back to you in writing. However, like I said, let me just ask her, because I don't want to say yes and then we're not able to. Let me just ask. I got your email, and if we're able to proceed forward, we'll send you those questions through email.
Quick question. What happened to the last one? I didn't get anything from that at all.
This is your first state complaint. We didn't get a state complaint before this. Well, let me make sure. Let me go back.
Because I know I talked to somebody before who said, from California, who told me that they got something from Medicare or Medicaid, which was probably Medicare.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me just run it through.
Because somebody definitely contacted me from California, and they were asking me what did I mean by I wasn't getting the care that I was supposed to have.
Right. Yeah, the headquarters are in California. It might have been grievance. But anything within the Molina health plan is always California. That's where our headquarters are at.
Oh, well, I always get my grievances through Brooke, nobody else, so
okay.
It's always the same person who don't even, half of the grievances not even filed.
Okay. Yeah, so grievances are, of course, they're
I call
they're a little bit different.
I call Medicare to file a complaint stating that my care plan is not being followed, and they're receiving, well, from what I heard was there's money being sent over for me between $4,000 to $5,000 per month, and they're receiving that money and all they're giving me is 3 rides a week there, and that's it. I'm not getting no other services. So, and I'm supposed to have 24-hour care.
You're only getting 3 rides a week?
That's it. Yeah, that is it. And I keep, like, yeah.
Okay. And you spoke to who regarding transportation? Who was that?
My team, they Ride Health. I've had Ride Health before. Literally, I had a conversation with somebody either yesterday or today. I can't remember the date, what day, because the days they merged together with me. But it was either today or yesterday. I talked to somebody about my rides, and they said there's restrictions on them. And I just had somebody in Ride Health with iCare where there was not restrictions on my ride. I was allowed 90 rides per month with them, and then now I'm allowed 3 rides per week. I'm 37 years old, and I got kids who are also special needs, and I can't move around. Like, I'm like 80 years old or something. I'm confused. I can't leave my house after 5 o'clock unless it's scheduled 48 hours in advance. But yeah, the biggest deal, I mean, we don't even have to really, the biggest thing is that I have a care plan that I did not know of until after I got disability rights involved, which was during my respite hearing. So I have a care plan that I did not know about, that I did not sign, because I wouldn't have signed it because it's inaccurate. It has things on it that, like, I got diabetes, insulin shots, all types of stuff. I'm supposed to have 24-hour care per my doctor, per MyChoice is even in their care plan that I'm supposed to have night supervision. I'm not getting anything. Since I've been in, what is it called? Whatever this is. Since I've been in this program, I've had no providers come in. They lied and said I had 50 referrals. They put in 50 referrals and no one took it, and said that it was because it was a complex thing. But I have recording of the nurse who did the evaluation who would not take it, saying that she would not take it because I'm supposed to have 24-hour care, and they wouldn't give her a long-term goal. So nobody wants to take it because they know how dangerous it is and it's a liability. But we have people like Tasia putting in my notes that they won't take it for whatever reason, or I don't want it, or just lying inside of my medical notes. So the main thing is I'm supposed to have care, and I'm not getting it. I'm supposed to have transportation. They're restricting it.
Okay.
I was told to call 911 for urgent care. That's fraud. So every time we get to this point, I'm just going to go back because I'm not getting any services but 3 rides. I'm just going to go back to them again and say, hey, you sent this over to them and they're still not doing anything. Why am I only getting 3 rides of transportation a week when they're getting money, thousands of dollars from me to provide care when they altered my functional screen. It does not match the original functional screen from the ADRC. That's fraud.
And what do you have the number to who you were speaking to about transportation?
You guys have the number to them, because every time I call MyChoice, they send me over to who I was talking to, Tasia and the nurse and the case aide, and you guys have all that information. Because
okay, your email, B as in boy, R as in Ryan, E as in Edward, S as in Sam, H as in Harry, A as in Apple 23 at gmail.com.
BRESHA 23 at gmail.com.
Okay. Let me send this over to management. I will give you a call back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye.
I don't understand. I'm just going to keep calling them until I get the care that I need. I'm not getting it.